if you have a podcast or you are planning on launching a podcast, there are thousands and thousands of tips, almost a million tips. There is a book launched about how to do great podcast every week. Almost, it feels like there are classes about it. There are master classes about how to have a podcast, but all of these cover everything from sound quality to how to launch, how to find a great title. There is one tip that is missing out of all this literature that I want to give you. This tip is research your guest if you're going to have a guest, right? And I have data points to prove it. The data point is, personally, I've been on 39 podcasts in the last 12 months, and barely no one, maybe four hosts really researched who I am, what I stand for, what I deliver, what are my beliefs, what I went through, my journey. Everything is public, by the way. You can find so much information about my work. Everything is accessible, but barely any of them did that work. But those who did really stood apart because they made me feel special. They made me feel like they were caring about who I am and what I do. So if you have a podcast, I encourage you to stand out and not do like everybody does, which is completely glaze over who their guests are, but take a little bit of time. Take a little bit of time to really find out who your guest is, what makes them click, what have they gone through, what is their journey, and if they've written something, if they have a website, I mean, minimum level, take maybe 30 minutes, an hour to get to know this person. Caring for somebody this way is really an essential act of leadership. In fact, it's an act of courtesy, it's an act of respect, and it's an essential behavior for all consultants, advisors, coaches, engineers, professionals, designers, people who are interested in elevating their practice with the podcast, right? You can have the best, shiniest podcast on the outside you want. If you don't do this work, you're missing out so much. You can have a great thumbnail picture and a great title and a wonderful, impactful, snazzy intro, music. But if your content falls short because you don't really know who you're talking about, you're missing out completely. So I hope this helps you. I hope you listen to my message. If you're a podcast host out there, if you're one of the hosts that really did some research about me as a guest, well, thank you. And I really appreciated it. And I think it truly made a difference for your audience and people who listen to the podcast. So you did have an impact, not only on me, but on your audience, truly. And for those who don't yet and see this video and find this video valuable, try it out. It's the #1 best tip I can give you. Thank you so much. I hope this helps.